All right, let me see if I'm on. All right, I am on. For the Colts and the Chiefs. Yeah, Joseph Marshall, I did tell Gridiron the joke. What's going on, 2K Plays? So, I definitely want to leave it in the comments of what game should I do tomorrow? Should I do the Pistons and the Pistons and the Magics, or should I do Monday Night Football? Monday Night Football is against. Should I do the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers, or should I do Orlando Magics at Detroit Pistons? $2K Play says Pistons. Joseph Marshall says Browns and 49ers. James Willis says Magics and Pistons. So that's 2-1 so far. No one cares about preseason basketball. Hey, it has more of a better what do you call it? Like something on the line more than this 49ers beating up on the Cleveland Browns. I appreciate it, Abdul Terrell. He says here just to give a like and a view. Yeah, I definitely want to see Sekou. You know, and it'd definitely be a way to see Sekou play, because he'll have a lot more opportunities to play in the preseason than, say, maybe the regular season. So, you know, we get to see kind of what our team is built out of. He didn't really react yet. I don't think what do you call it? It dawned on him. Oh, all right, Abdul. We appreciate the love, man. And shout out to 406. I got 406 subscribers. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Without you, there is no Troxel Sports Talk.
Tied with Baltimore's Lamar Jackson and Jacoby Brissett, the Colts starting quarterback since Andrew Luck retired 6 weeks ago today. Now, the transition to Brissett has been seamless in large part because he took all the snaps during the entire offseason while Luck was injured. And it was also helped by the fourth-year player's enormous popularity in the Colts locker room. Frank Reich told us Brissett is authentic, unpretentious, tough, has an A-plus character, and cares zero about stats. Well, we asked Brissett if he's motivated by sharing the field with the league MVP tonight, and he said Mahomes is...
Oh, absolutely. 2K Plays, we definitely got to see Derrick Rose go crazy tomorrow.
...expects us to win. That's my motivation. Al?
That would be the case as Brian Waters, that's a tradition here, bangs the drum. Brian, great offensive lineman, primarily a guard.
Well, tell James Willis, tell him to hop on this one.
Adorned with some tremendous stars in the history of this franchise. The chop in the stands. Colts won the toss, and they have
Chiefs 27, Colts 20, says Joseph Marshall. I can see that.
Sanchez puts it in the air, and we are underway.
I can even see 27-24.
Here is
It's going to be a one-score game. What in the heck did you count from?
Williams, the fake to him, he gets the start, and the first play of the game is a pass to Travis Kelce, who figures to
First play of the game to Travis Kelce.
First down, gain of 11.
Start off with the RPOs, and you could see a little drop down, 3 quarters. You say, why does he do that all the time? Well, he does that so he can throw around some of those guys on that Colts defensive line. It all has a purpose. It's not just for show.
He has just about every angle, sometimes even left-handed, as the catch is made, and a big hit made on Damian Williams, who has missed the last 2 games with a knee injury. So Mahomes, of course, his numbers are just spectacular all over the board. 2019, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pass rating is tremendous, completing 2/3 of his passes, and he has a wide array of
that is crazy.
Completed passes to 14 different guys this season.
Pretty good guy drawing up the plays too.
Andy Reid drawing up a few this time. 2nd down and 4. Again, the fake, the pass to the outside. That's caught. Back to
there we go. First down, Chiefs.
Pringle makes the catch as we take a look at the Indianapolis defense.
Hey, shout out to the Chiefs fans. I was there against the Lions and Chiefs. I was at the game, and I was sitting next to this couple. She's originally she lives in Kansas City, and what do you call it? It was her birthday, and you know, after the game, we told each other, "Hey, good game." You know, we both kept it respectful, and we both, you know, it was a good conversation.
Making the tackle, gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Well, that's what happens when you play these guys, right? Andy Reid's going to come out, and he's going to sort of wing it all over the place and hit you with a bunch of motion and shifts.
If Andy Reid wins tonight,
different ways, and all of a sudden they hand off the draw.
It's his 200th career win. That's crazy.
A lot to think about, and defensively,
shout out to Andy Reid.
Slow the game down and not make it as complex as Andy Reid likes to make it look.
2nd and 5, good protection. Floats one caught. Williams makes the catch. Short of the first down. Bobby Okereke, rookie out of Stanford, making the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
And then what happened next? Says Joseph Marshall. Well, after the game, we shook hands and said, "Good game."
A little bit. You know, he has not taken but 3 sacks this year, but he has been under pressure quite a bit, which tells you all you need to know. Despite the fact,
you know, but shout out to Kansas City Chiefs. They were very respectful at the stadium. Yeah, that was all.
So a guy who's seen a lot of Mahomes in practice over the past couple of years. Now on 3rd and short, it's Damian Williams. We'll see where they spot it. Very close to a first down. Kelce signals move the chains, but it depends on the officiating crew. And they take a look, and it will be
a first down.
Perhaps a measurement, the way they're looking at it right now. Now they say first down. Craig Rolstead is tonight's referee.
New center in there for the Chiefs. Austin Ryder this year replacing Mitch Morse, who went as a free agent to Buffalo. Nice job getting out in front of Danico Autry and giving them just enough room for that first down.
Now you got Shady McCoy in the backfield. Started with Philadelphia last 4 years.
Shady.
First year here. Mahomes will send one to McCoy. And he takes it to the 41-yard line. Rock Yassin, who was their top draft choice, picked in the 2nd round. They traded away their first out of Temple. Makes the second.
I'll never beat my last joke. I've peaked too early.
McCoy's coming over here, and he had a big play in that game last week. Kind of got this Chiefs team back on track again. But Damian Williams coming off of being inactive a couple of weeks in a row with a knee. McCoy's been struggling with an ankle. But all these running backs can catch the football for Patrick Mahomes.
And And that's McCoy wide to the right. Empty backfield on 2nd down and 8. Pick your poison here. Mahomes escapes, throws.
Oh.
17-yard line. And
Oh.
his feet is Pringle.
Okay.
To the 12. He'd be the least known of the wideouts. Caught a couple in the past couple of weeks and a 28-yard gain here.
There's nothing you want to do more than go get Patrick Mahomes. You take it too wide, he goes inside. You take it inside, he goes outside. And these throwing angles, I think a lot of coaches may go, okay, that's not fundamentally sound. You're not turning your body. But with this young man, you just let it rip, kid.
Kenny Moore is down, and that's big. Especially with all of the injuries.
Looks like maybe an ankle.
So an injury timeout early in the game.
Would be funny if after they did player intros, they did referee intros and their ranks at referee, like Lions ref rank 98 to 100. Yeah. Oh, 98, 98th out of 100. More like 100 out of 100. We got the worst refs ever. Joseph Marshall says, now I regret using that joke too early. It's bad to peak early. Everything after that joke is just forcing the joke now. Hey, man, it's all good. You just gotta keep them coming.
On the right is Kenny Moore, who just limped off the field. On the left, Shaq Taylor. He is a rookie and was just activated from the practice squad. Taylor played his college football in nearby Lawrence, Kansas at the University of Kansas. So it's a first down at the 13-yard line. Opening drive of the game. This is the 9th play, and Mahomes is a perfect 6 for 6 for 54 yards. Little flip here to Pringle. Already his 3rd play, and Pringle to the 9-yard line. He goes. Anthony Walker leads the team in tackles, makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for KC.
Well, they're not the Globetrotters, but they are close. Watch Patrick Mahomes here. As soon as he comes around, here we go. Who has it? You know, I mean, it really is hard, and they're so young in the secondary right now because of all the different injuries to their safeties. It is going to be a double burden on this Colts defense.
It goes into the books as a forward pass. Damian Williams is back in at running back on 2nd and 6. And Mahomes escaping to his left, fires in.
Oh, almost at him.
Flag is down, first of the game. First incompletion, at least for the moment, intended for Damian Williams. It was 2nd down and 6.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
On the left guard, that's Wiley.
Joseph Marshall says, I think the Kermit voice actor faked his death so he could go play quarterback for the Chiefs.
Just maybe we'll get one of these holding penalties. You can see the grab of the jersey there with the left hand. And now all you're doing is creating a little more space here for Patrick Mahomes. But now's where you have to step up. You have to hold the Chiefs to field goals when you get that opportunity.
Keeping loose on the other sideline on a 2nd and 16. Mahomes faking, throw.
Ooh, Williams almost had it.
Damian Williams covered by the linebacker. Okereke covering him. Justin Houston that time put the heat on his teammate Mahomes.
Speaking of old teammates, Justin Houston coming right off the edge here against Cameron Irving, and you know he is fired up for this one. Released by the Kansas City Chiefs. Wanted to get there, got close. But this was Bobby Okereke down the field. Coverage just good enough by the young speedster.
Darrell Williams is now the back. Sets up off the left shoulder. Colts almost jumped, and indeed they do. And the flag stops the play.
False start.
Against Kansas City.
False start. Offense. Number 87. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It's on Travis Kelce, and it's going to make it a 3rd down and 21.
Whoa.
It's so hard when the guy.
They gotta get to the ball at the 3-yard line for a touch or for a first down.
Offensive players, you know, you can really you hear the snap count, but you really aren't paying attention.
Oh, I know, right?
Sometimes movement just gets you.
I can't even say his last name one time, let alone 5 times fast.
Now you got Mahomes, the magician, throwing, caught along the sideline. The flag is down. Hardman makes the catch, the rookie. The flag is down at the 12-yard line. It was 3rd down and 21. And that's Taylor who's now hurt. He's the guy who came in for Moore. Oh, boy. Pretty soon they'll have linebackers playing cornerback. Whew. And there is Kenny Moore. Have to look at his status as we go along here as we get ready for Rolstad after a long conference to make this call. Speaking to Reich, so they're going to decline the penalty. It's going to be against Kansas City.
Offense number 62. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is 4th down.
So they decline the penalty, which is going to make it a 4th down. Reich could have had the extra yardage, but opts to take the down to make it 4th down and make the Chiefs come in to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, no question. And that play basically broke down. They were trying to throw a screen, so the offensive line went downfield anticipating the throw. When he did the scramble, it was all too late.
This is Harrison Butker for a 29-yard attempt. Dustin Colquitt in his 15th year in the league. The punter is the holder on field goal attempts. And the Chiefs are on top.
Joseph Marshall says, Colts secondary getting hit on more than a girl at a singles bar. Yeah, and they also getting what do you call it? Taken off the field faster than single girls too. Fist bump, brother. Fist bump.
to watch that.
On Sunday night.
Yep.
That's great that he does those extra shows.
Harrison Butker to kick off. Zach Pascal will return it if possible for Indianapolis, and he will. Collects at the 1-yard line. Pascal to the outside he goes.
Walmart got a better return policy than the Colts on kick returns.
About at the top, 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2/3 of his passes completed. You know, any other
Jack Doyle got Vontaze Burfict PTSD.
Brissett do it. So far, so good.
And you get the feeling that Brissett also knows that, and he's trying to prove something out here tonight. He's on television around the country, and he'd like to make a little statement here.
2nd and 2. On the ground, give it to Marlon Mack, their top ball carrier, and he will pick up the first down before he is stopped by the gang. And we'll take a look at that Chiefs defensive gang right now.
Emmanuel.
Familiar names in new places. It's a remade defense, new scheme, new coordinator, and Steve Spagnuolo trying to get much better on that side of the ball. That is the priority, as that is Matthew stopping Mack after a 2-yard gain. So Steve Spagnuolo's been around a long time. Highlight of his career, of course, would be that defense with the Giants back in 07 that wrecked New England's perfect season in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and this team was tied for the lead in sacks a season ago, and they got rid of their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th leading sackers. D. Ford, Justin Houston, and Alan Bailey. A very different looking team, and a team that has struggled to stop the run so far this year.
7 new starters. Play fake. Brissett fires. That's caught. Breaking away and getting that first down is T.Y. Hilton, who missed last week.
Joseph Marshall says when Doyle go to court with Burfict, the lawyer got to use the doll to ask where Burfict hit him.
In the lineup. I mean, last week they lost.
Doyle in tears points at the helmet on the doll.
In the wild card game back in 2013. Against these Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and he also forces you into more double teams and more zone defenses than you want, because you cannot play T.Y. Hilton one-on-one.
From the 47 now, off play action. Brissett steps away, looks out. Check down there to Jack Doyle, and Doyle is able to squirt forward close to a first down. Well, good to see Doyle in the game. He's the guy last week that took that hit from Vontaze Burfict that led to Burfict's season-long suspension.
And you know, Brissett is not really known for his mobility. He just runs a 5-flat 40, but he is much sharper in the pocket with his decisions than I've seen him.
Give it to Mack on a 2nd and 1. He picks up that yardage, a gain of 2 and a first down. So a good beginning on this drive for Brissett. And the Colts started at their own 30-yard line. 3 runs, 3 passes so far.
Yeah, and Frank Reich knows when
I've learned when I tell enough jokes, one of the background viewers speak up for the first time and tell me to shut. Hey, here on my channel, if you got a wrench, you're free to speak.
They made it every time so far this year, 4 for 4. They are going after the Chiefs defense tonight.
He is big, I mean huge on analytics. From the 36, give it to Mack again, dancing, and Mack Off to the right.
Oh, my goodness.
First and goal. Catch him at the 4-yard line. So Mack was a guy they were wondering about last week. Hurt his ankle in the Oakland game. Didn't play much down the stretch. Wondering in midweek, but here he is looking as sharp as ever.
I want you guys to watch Quentin Nelson right here. Off the double team with Kelly. Back up on the second level. And look at the way Mack takes advantage of it. He knew where
Absolutely, Joseph Marshall.
30-yard run off a pinball machine. Takes it again. And a flag is down as he gets stuffed at the 3-yard line by Agba. Andy Reid now in his 7th year here. 14 in Philadelphia prior to that. Took no time off. Signed here 4 days after he was fired in Philly.
Holding. Defense, number 98. That penalty's half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Xavier Williams. First and goal.
Quentin Nelson, simply one of the most exciting players in the league. And yes, he plays guard, so you don't often hear that. But he can do so many different things. He never stops on a block. Very athletic guy, basketball player in high school. Pretty magical for an offensive lineman.
Jordan Wilkins is in the game as the running back. Give it to him, and Wilkins
There we go.
plows his way in for the touchdown. Buddy flag is down. And the initial indication is against the Colts in the conference here. Olstead wants another sidebar.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 13. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
On Hilton.
So every time wide receivers block,
Hey,
to try and get
shout out to
big
Stone
out
Cold.
as they call it. And you can see the push in the back right there. He thinks he's just pushing the whole pile in. Completely unnecessary. Kelly and Nelson had this Chiefs defense push back into the end zone.
That look summed it up. First down and goal. Now back at the 11-yard line. Wilkins stays in as the running back. Wilkins inside the 5, and this time Wilkins gets in again, but they're going to say that he's a little bit short. Inches short. So
3rd and inches.
the one thrust called back. This one almost breaks the plane. They're going to take another look at this.
Looks like just short.
Yeah, and they're going to run the play anyway here.
Jacoby Brissett with the touchdown.
So Jacoby Brissett leads them on a 5-minute, 18-second drive. They ran 11.
You know what's so crazy, though?
8 of them.
That entire drive, I have not seen Eric Ebron on that field.
How about Jacoby Brissett in the start he's off to? This play is dead. They've got the flat covered. They've got somebody to get him. Hitchens up in his face. Little pump fake and walks it in. What a tremendous start. The Colts able to overcome the penalty in the red zone. The Chiefs not.
3rd rushing touchdown for Indy this season. The other 2 from Mack. Who gained
What's going on,
yards
Zarvin?
Adam Vinatieri, oldest player in the league. 46 years old. 24th year in the league. More than half his life has been in the NFL, and the extra point is good. 3.
Joseph Marshall says you got to be careful running. Once he breaks his leg, they got to put him down. What does Eric Ebum and the Colts roster have in common? I don't know. Because he drops, and they both dropped something in the past week. Well, Eric Ebron's been dropping his whole entire career. In fact, that was one of his biggest knocks. coming out of college was drop passes. And we picked him over Aaron Donald. Gosh darn it. That will forever tick me off the fastest. Eric Ebum is like a football, and like football, he gets dropped. Yeah, we took Aaron Donald we took Eric Ebum and not Aaron Donald. Life of a Lions fan, life of a Lions fan. But thank you, Jesus, we got a real, front office that know actually football and not what fans want. So that will translate into getting real players on the field.
Very impressive drive by the Colts. Take a 7-3 lead here. Sanchez to kick off. Nicole Hardman, drafted in the second round out of University of Georgia, back to receive. And Hardman will let it go. As we take a look at Andy Reid's scripting of his first 15 plays, and it's being brought to you by Pepsi.
Man, that is crazy. First 15 plays of the game since 2018. He's like first in every single category.
Mahomes has a ton of time and then flings it to the far sideline, and that will be a 12-yard gain in the first half for Byron Pringle. Very much a big part of the action early in the game tonight.
All right. Andy Reid's a great play caller, great play designer. He did not draw that one up to throw it back to Byron Pringle on that one. That's Patrick Mahomes, who has, when he is in space, he's almost unstoppable. What do? Do you come up and try and go get him because he might run, he might take off? If you do, you destroy the integrity of the zone defenses they're trying to play. They just can't cover all the parts of the field that Mahomes can attack.
Pringle already 4 catches tonight. Off the fade.
Travis Kelce.
Kelce with a beautiful grab, and the ball comes out. Indy's going to say they have it, but the officials will say no, and now they're going to call it
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he does have control.
There it comes out.
That's absolutely a good call. Never did have control of that ball.
That's that Shaq Taylor just activated from the practice squad.
I don't think Kelce could believe the ball hit him as soon as he turned around. Patrick Mahomes threw that ball at least 2 steps before Travis Kelce made his cut to the post.
2nd and 10, Damian Williams in the backfield. Pick to him, pass is caught over the middle. Robinson to the 48-yard line. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, Chiefs wide receiver Sammy Watkins is questionable with a hamstring. He went back to the locker room. He was added to the injury report late in the week. I talked to him Friday. He seemed great, but he's in the locker room. Cornerback Kenny Moore for the Colts, questionable with a knee injury. They were focusing on the MCL on his right knee. They taped him up. We'll see if he's able to come back into that depleted secondary.
Okay, Michelle. Big loss there. Meanwhile, with Watkins out, they've been going to Pringle with 4 catches for 49 yards. Now keep it on the ground, take the ball into Colt territory. Going straight ahead is Damian
Joseph Marshall says
Williams,
the
gained
Chiefs
3,
have a wide
2
receiver
minutes
named
to
Pringle.
go in the opening
Must
quarter.
have been the last
Okay, the
one
Colts defense
available,
is
so they
a lot
took
of
him.
people already, right? We understand that both starting.
No, man. They have a wide receiver named Pringle, and once he pops, he just don't stop.
This is a team that can play zone defense. And so in a zone defense, the cornerbacks take on a little less responsibility than they do in a lot of other defenses, especially man.
Play action on 2nd and 7. Mahomes. First
Oh, he fumbled.
loose, and they are going to say it is a live ball right now as you've got George Odom running it back. They have called the play alive, and Odom is going to run it back inside.
Oh, my goodness. Ball at what, to 25?
Chiefs are saying
That's insane.
complete. Of course, we're going to take a look at this. It's ruled for the moment as a turnover, so it's automatically reviewed.
And they want to do this so they can keep their eye on it. I think that is going to get ruled incomplete, but after watching football all day today, I am not sure.
The ruling on the field is a catch and a fumble. Recovered by the defense. First down, Indianapolis.
Came loose from Kelsey. Don't need to challenge it because it's automatically reviewed because it's ruled on the field as a turnover. Terry, what's your initial thought, Terry McCauley?
Well, Al, as I look at it, remember, it's control, 2 feet down, and then perform an act common to the game or have time to perform an act common to the game. He gets the ball knocked out just as soon as that second foot comes down. This is an incomplete pass.
All right, we'll find out officially when we come back.
Joseph Marshall says, at the end of the day, Kelsey got to look at it like this. Even though you lost, you got stripped tonight, not by your wife, but by a person that was definitely close to you. But the person who did it was definitely close to you. Joseph Marshall says, and did you see Kelsey just give up and let it happen to him? What are you trying to say? He just bent over and took it?
It has been determined that is an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Timer, please reset the game clock to 1:36.
He didn't go after the Colt. There goes a bunch of time wasted watching Colts. A Colts returning a dead ball.
3rd down and 7. Pierre Desir came out. Quincy Wilson is in. They are so banged up in that second.
There we go, Kelsey.
As Kelsey makes the catch.
Right back and bounce back.
So they get the break on the call. And now they're moving again. Gain of 17 here for the tight end.
I don't often feel sorry for anybody, but Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator, has more rookies and inexperienced players on the field right now than I've seen in an NFL game in a long time. That secondary is decimated. They're going to have to play the most basic coverages in the world, and they have young linebackers in there too.
Flip here. Hardman. And he gets surrounded at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Joseph Marshall, you got to throw it back to him because make him have the next play mentality.
Older guys on your team. Jabal Sheard's been around here for a long time in the National Football League. He's going to see it, understand it, get out here and contain this thing, and that effectively is like a penalty on first down. You back it up now, 2nd and 15. If this Colts defense, with who they have on the field, can hold the Chiefs another field goal, Frank Reich would go crazy.
It's McCoy in the game, the running back, 2nd down and 16, waning seconds of the quarter. Mahomes keeps his eyes downfield, slings.
Oh, there you go.
18-yard line, it's Kelsey.
First down.
And
That'll probably be the last play of this quarter.
So Kelsey there, a gain of 19, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Wow.
All right, well, at least this game is a little bit more interesting. Instead of America's Game of the Week, that mess was boring as all get up. If it wasn't for my chat, man, I don't know what I would have been doing. Joseph Marshall says, Welp, when you have a stud quarterback in Kansas City, you learn how to work the football from behind. America's Game of the Week.
Just sit up here and we're really just fans, right? And every once in a while you see stuff that you just can't believe. There's Patrick Mahomes. How in the world he contorted his body in that way, both feet off the ground, flipped it completely sidearm the other way, right on the money. And when he gets outside the pocket, those zone defenses are just going to break down, and probably one of the best in the NFL at trying to find those openings on the scramble drills. Travis Kelce, he could have a huge night tonight against these zones.
I'll tell you something. Before his career is done, he'll probably throw a couple submarine style. With baseball fans in this town, remember Dan Quisenberry, the great reliever for the Royals, for the champion Royals.
Joseph Marshall.
The late Dan Quisenberry, the submariner.
See that commercial of Baker Mayfield cleaning the stadium? I'll bet you anything that is garbage from the Browns and versus Jags when a play got overturned after another play was made.
Robinson wants a flag. There is none. 2nd down and 10.
Careful, ladies. Mahomes will get the football to you without even looking.
Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, and Travis Kelce, who we know has a little bit of a temper. And I can tell you right now, Eric Bieniemy is about as old school as it gets. And then a little bit later, here we go. A little hug to make up for all past crimes.
Mahomes on 2nd and 10, and he's going to get sacked for only the 4th time this season, and that's Justin Houston. Welcome home.
He gave him a little wave. He said, okay, you guys wave me, I'm going to wave back at you. Here's Justin Houston, who was just such a superstar here in Kansas City. Easily goes around Cameron Irving to make that sack. Watch him just knock the hands off of Cameron Irving and go in there and make it, and then gave a little salute back.
3rd down and 18. Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner, fires downfield.
What?
Touchdown.
What?
Mahomes.
Only Patrick Mahomes? Jeez Louise, what in the world?
Turns it might have been a 15-yard sack into a 27-yard touchdown.
That is crazy.
Stop it. You can't do this. You can't escape. You can't make these plays. You can't make these throws. Patrick Mahomes, just stop it. We haven't seen this. I mean, we've seen Brett Favre. We've seen Aaron Rodgers. We've seen John Elway. I just don't remember anybody doing what this young man has done so far in the league.
Butker for the extra point. Meanwhile, Pringles caught 5 tonight. The 76.
Joseph Marshall says, I couldn't go to a Patriots game and see stuff like that rigged. Yeah. Shout out to Troy Polamalu. Football MVP, Super Bowl champ twice. But Mahomes to a single Pringle easy. Yeah, I mean, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs is a team you got to play for 60 minutes. And as you've seen from the Detroit Lions, any slip up will cost you a game. Now, granted, yeah, we needed the refs' help for actually doing their job, but we need to make sure that, you know, we don't have things like that come down to the refs. Yeah, I know. Troy Polamalu does have his hair insured for $1 million.
Line drive kick will go through the end zone, and the Colts will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Back to the TD we go.
I wish I had words to describe what I just saw. First of all, because it was 3rd and 17, he has to buy some time for his receivers to get down the field. Mission accomplished there with a double move. Sees him right there and knows he's got.
Facing the Chiefs is like fighting Mike Tyson in Punch-Out. 1 minute in the first. 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's over. Yeah, absolutely.
So far in this league.
Chiefs have been off the charts in the second
Patrick
quarter,
Mahomes is a beast.
and that's the way they start the second quarter. Colts with only their second drive of the night. First resulted in a touchdown off the play fake. That is caught, but for a short gain only, as Doyle is tackled there by Darren Lee, number 50. Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit with Frank Reich about his ability to go for it on fourth down on multiple occasions. And I think based on what he's seen in the first 2 Kansas City drives of 64 and 75 yards, he's going to be even more inclined to go for it in situations. So he's probably thinking 3 downs here to pick up these 6 yards.
Second and 5 with the Mack. Tough to bring down. Mack picking up 4.
3rd and 1.
Marlon Mack, 3rd year, played his college football at South Florida, Sarasota kid, so he stayed. Here he is, and he puts his head down, and with those strong legs, looks like he should have it. Needed 1. Officials will line it up and move the sticks. First down.
Yeah, it was really interesting listening to Marlon Mack talk about that stiff arm, wasn't it? He said, I throw a jab. It's like, just think of boxing. That's all I do, because the guys are so good at stopping it now. They grab your arm and pull you down. So you got to like jab it and get that hand back out of there. And so we were talking boxing for a little while.
Yeah, I asked him if he boxed. He said nobody wish he had. First down. Play action. Good time. Going deep into double coverage. All kinds of contact. And a flag is thrown. Intended for Deion Kane. He couldn't escape. Ward and Breland were back there covering on the play. All kinds of contact.
The Packers versus Cowboys was more disappointing when they were promised the Super Bowl 53 halftime show was going to be SpongeBob's Sweet Victory, but then they put on some random act.
To take the crossing route. So Breland, the corner on the far side, came running across the field. He's looking up for the ball, but just completely took out Kane on the play.
That is a 53-yard penalty.
Wow, 53-yard penalty. Good Lord.
At the 12 now. Out of a tight formation. Mack runs out of room. Surrounded by red shirts. Let's go to Michelle.
One red shirt not out there right now. Anthony Hitchens, the linebacker for the Chiefs. He has a groin injury. He's questionable. He spent a lot of time in the medical tent, then went back to the locker room, came back out to test it. Questionable. We'll see if he gets back in now.
All right, thank you, Michelle. So Ben Neiman comes in, second-year guy out of Iowa. There he is, number 56. Second and 12.
This is when you look for Chris Jones on the Kansas City Chiefs, number 95.
Andy Reid hides his second half script in his second chin.
Tight end is tough in the red zone where they are right now. And Brissett's going to take it himself and then fire this out of the pocket and throws it out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Well, let's give Ryan Kelly, the center, a little credit here. Chris Jones, a guy very difficult to try and block, but because Brissett was bobbing and weaving, Jones didn't know which side of Kelly to go. So he kept going back and forth, finally ran him down, almost caught him, forced him to throw it away.
That's the first incomplete pass for Brissett. He's 4 out of 5 for 31. Jordan Wilkins in the backfield with him here on a 3rd and 12.
Eric Ebron, usually his favorite target here.
He loves him in the red zone. Brissett under pressure, throws, and that's incomplete. And that time, Passignon, number 92, forced the issue. 4th down. In comes the field goal group with Vinatieri.
Yeah, nice job there by Steve Spagnuolo. They were going to take away Eric Ebron on that play. Double team both high and low. So much like the Patriots and Bill Belichick, force you to go to option number 3 because they're taking away Ebron and they're taking away T.Y. Hill.
32-yard attempt for Adam Vinatieri, the venerable one. Been spotty this year. See if he can connect here to tie the game. And he does.
Andy is Dan Marino in coach form. He was so good, but couldn't win a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's the sad part. Something tells me that Patrick Mahomes uses Adderall to improve his game. His movements are so fast and explosive. Yeah. What's going on, Gridiron Blitz? How you doing over there? And he is a wide awake at night like the college kids that use Adderall. I mean, he does seem like he got a lot of energy. Gridiron Bliss says it's rough. Absolutely. I most definitely gotta go save up, get me a computer desk and a chair for the setup because this bed is not comfortable. Especially doing 3 games today. If he knew he wasn't going to get drug tested, he would run up the field and in the end zone, then stop and run back to his own end zone and then back to the scoring and like Bo Jackson and Tecmo. Dang. If one was to eat a Tums before taking the Adderall, it would double the potency.
Which would break the record by a mile from the 25-yard.
That just sounds like a bad combination, though. Tums and Adderall.
You know, look, we're giving a lot of love to Mahomes. I know that. But how can you not? I mean, what he's doing. And also, if he becomes the face of the NFL, which he's becoming right now, I don't think you find a better guy.
I think that's the point that everybody should know is that as great as he's been on the field, what this young man reflects about the National Football League and who he is as a person. He is the perfect face of the NFL going forward. He really is. And, you know, sometimes I think, what if the rules had been that both teams got a possession in that championship game?
Y'all are silly.
Still been out here playing. I'm not sure either team would have been stopped at the end of that championship game with Tom Brady.
Right. New England won the toss, went down the field, and, of course, in overtime the game ends if you score a touchdown, which it did, and sent New England on to the Super Bowl. It's 3rd down and 10 now.
Okay.
Running back is Darrell Williams. finally flushed out. Houston chasing him down. Pass deep downfield and nobody is there. So a very rare 0 for 3 on that series for Mahomes. 4th down.
It's a nice job, really, by Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator. He showed all kinds of pressure, forced the Chiefs to come in and reduce, and then drop back into his typical zone defense, and they just didn't get anybody open on the play. So instead of throwing it out of bounds,
it's 10:55 left in the second.
Dustin Colquitt of the kicking Colquitt family. 15 years in the league. Longer than the Kansas City, and the fair catch is made at the 32-yard line by Chester Rogers. And we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tums is an antacid. Like if you got a heartburn, you take a Tums.
Frank Reich was heavy into analytics. There's his two guys, John Park and George Lee. They meet twice a week, and they come up with a formula so that at the beginning of the series, Frank Reich knows exactly whether or not he should go for it should they get to a 4th down situation. And if they do, should they go on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 5? Sometimes that's true, especially against this team.
They start this drive with a great run by Mack, and that's a 1st down up to the 44-yard line. Of course, you're fairly big on analytics at PFF World Headquarters in downtown Cincinnati.
I've watched a little bit of it, and Frank and I had a nice discussion about it. And, you know, I think he almost feels like he needs a little political cover because he has taken this to all new lengths, right? I mean, going for it in 4th and 4s and 4th and 5s, and the media afterwards, if it doesn't work, of course, is all over you. But the math is there to back him up.
As was the case last year in the game against the Texans. Mack again up to the 49-yard line. Good start for him tonight. Mack has already carried the ball 10 times for 58 yards.
Yeah, and this is becoming the issue for Andy Reid and for Steve Spagnuolo. The ability to stop the run. I mean, you can't continue to allow teams to come in here when you've got this red-hot quarterback and control the ball on the other side, slow down the pace of the game by simply turning around and handing it off.
Both teams have the same issue. Indy as well on run defense. 2nd down and 5. Brissett pulls it back in. That'll be a 1st down as that catch is made by Mo Ali Cox, former basketball player from Virginia Commonwealth. 1st down.
Hey, shout out to the new subscriber. I appreciate it.
Where they're going to bring Mo Ali Cox across the formation and block. And then this time, instead of having him block, they just send him out in the flat. So good combination play calling here.
Hey, shout out to the other subscriber. I appreciate you.
This time, just send him out in the flat.
Appreciate that, Bowden Isert.
Time again. T.Y. Hilton plunges forward for a 1st down and a gain of close to 15.
Well, you're not going to get a better left side of an offensive line than Anthony Costanzo and Quentin Nelson. Costanzo,
Appreciate that, VTRS.
As good as any pass blocker in the league right now. Just does a tremendous job with his hands and his feet. And, of course, Quentin Nelson just inside him, number 56. Big, powerful guy who's also just a tremendous athlete. You don't get around those two very often.
Their left tackle, left guard, and center, all 1st-round draft choices. Costanzo back in 2011. Now you've got a flea flicker, and the pass is along the sideline. Flagged down Jack Doyle. It's incomplete to begin with. So a lot of razzle-dazzle, but the result is a flag, and we'll hear from Craig Rolstad in a moment.
Boy, too bad. They had Deion Kane.
I appreciate that, VTRS.
Just did not see him.
Only one penalty so far against Indianapolis tonight.
Holding. Defense, number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It's on Breland.
Yeah, second one.
Yeah, his second. So still only one penalty on Indianapolis.
Oh, wow. Are you serious, Bowden?
Penalty yards in the
He said,
for the Colts.
you just said my name right. You're the only person to ever say it right on Twitch or YouTube. Oh, man, that's awesome.
When they see that jersey, they throw it every time.
Game is tied. Time of possession just about tied as well. And now you got a handoff going here to Marlon Mack on a 1st and 10. 2nd and 9.
Well, you've got Quentin Nelson. We talked about him as an athlete. He looks like a sumo wrestler there. Look at the flexibility for a guy that weighs 330 pounds. But he can do it all.
And a guard who was the 6th overall pick in the draft out of Notre Dame. 2nd and 9. Steps up in the pocket.
Oh, interception.
At the 5-yard line.
Go.
Intercepted by Ty Matthew. And
Honey Badger.
to the 35-yard line. The former Cardinal spent last year with Houston, comes over here.
Okay, so I haven't seen Eric Ebum all game long, so let me see if he is actually playing. Oh, so the target was on Eric Ebron, and safety Tyrann Mathieu was all over it. Dude, I so want to go see that. I want to go see that Gemini Man. It looks so good. Josemar says, my Zodiac is Gemini. I demand free entrance, LOL. Gemini is my excuse for talking so much. Hey, well, I appreciated that.
Defense due to his leadership. Here's the double team first of all on T.Y. Hilton, and on the other side it really was a pretty simple read. Tyrann Mathieu just really going to sit in a 2-deep zone look, and they go both verticals here. I really have no idea what Jacoby Brissett saw. Yeah, just my bad. I just never saw him.
Yeah, he's such a great player if he can stay healthy. One-time Honey Badger at LSU. That pass is incomplete there. So Mahomes has now missed on his last 4. Stop the pressures. Robinson, the intended receiver, 2nd and 10.
You know, it is interesting, though. They are down a bit with their top-end receivers here. Of course, Tyreek Hill not playing in this one yet. There is Tyreek Hill, and he is practicing, but not ready to take a hit on that clavicle. And then, of course, Sammy Watkins went out early in this game. They would be 1 and 2 as far as the receivers on this team.
Pringle's been their man with 5 grabs tonight. And that's about a half-yard gain for Damian Williams.
You know, it was interesting talking to Patrick Mahomes about Byron Pringle, who had the touchdown here earlier. He made the big play at the end of the game to win that one in Detroit on that final drive. And I was like, all right, why Byron Pringle? Here's a guy that I didn't even know. And all of a sudden he said, hey.
Joe Marshall says, story for Gemini. Gemini's sign symbolizes two twins on a spaceship alone, and they only have each other to talk to, and they talk a lot to each other.
Catches in the half. Never had that many in college in the half. Mahomes dancing, buying time, throws off balance.
Oh!
The all-time juggling act there.
Wow. I can't believe he caught that.
And a flag.
Well, if you're going to have a magician, you might as well have a juggler, too.
So that's why the Lions lost last
They
week.
could call that one.
Got a juggler and a magician.
Definitely a little tussle going on right at the break point.
There's no foul on the play. Result of the play is first down.
Well, whatever it was, they picked it up.
If you give receivers time to make multiple moves.
Yeah, that is true, Joseph. He says it's Patrick Mahomes passing. Are you really surprised? Yeah, no.
Just simply stay alive. Stay alive.
That dude is a freak athlete. Real talk.
Eventually that receiver is going to pop open.
From the 46 with McCoy as the running back. Come up in a very tight formation. Fake end around. Here is Shady McCoy.
Shady.
Ball is loose. Kelsey's there, but 4 white shirts are there as well. At the 14-yard line. So McCoy, who swings that ball a lot.
Oh, and the Indianapolis Colts
Gives it up here.
got the fumble recovery.
McCoy, through the years, you've grown used to seeing highlights of him where that ball is swinging around and lost it here.
Let's take a look. Was he loose with the ball here?
Yep.
Not too bad for Shady McCoy. He just got it punched out, and we have seen that more and more and more this season. Sort of like Peanut Tillman used to be with the Bears. Everybody's going for the ball at that point, but boy, what a screen pass that was set up by Andy Reid and the Chiefs. There was one defender on that side of the field. They cannot believe they are not going to get points out of that drive.
Credit that one to George Odom. Number 30.
Yeah, I remember you said that. I remember you said, remember, Troxel, I talked about I don't like running backs with one-handing the ball. Yep.
Under 6 minutes now to play in the first half.
Yeah, we have not seen a whole lot of Naheem Hines, who's the other running back. It's typically Marlon Mack and Naheem Hines. Hines a little bit more of the receiving back. And so when they get in passing situations like now, they're going to put him in the game. He actually has more catches than carries this year.
He's in there now. We've also seen Jordan Wilkins in there to this point in the game. Second down and 8.
Bowden, I am, what do you call it? I'm a Detroit Lions fan, but I just love good football teams.
Nowhere, Frank Clark, the high-priced free agent, came over from Seattle for a lot of.
But I definitely give a lot of respect to the Kansas City Chiefs fans. They were very respectful towards me at the game last week against the Lions.
Play here for the injury.
Well, Frank Clark, 13 sacks for Seattle a season ago. Hasn't had quite that same impact here. 1 sack on the
Absolutely,
season.
Ted. What's going on, though? Welcome back. He said Indy watched the Detroit defense game last week.
Ability to stop the run. They have to get better at setting those edges, and that was about as good as you could do at that time by Frank.
Josh Jackson says I'm a Frank Wright fan. Yeah, he is he's a good coach, and he was a good player as well.
So Williams will get assistance to come off the field.
Yeah, and they have Alex Okafor not in this game either with a hip injury, so getting a little thin along that D-line.
Okafor inactive tonight. As play resumes, it's going to be 3rd down and 12 back at the 12-yard line. Spagnuolo running the KCD.
Frederick Williams, what's going on? He says, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I do wish I had a chair and a desk, because doing 3 games on my setup right now is killing.
Brissett looks that way, throws, and that will not be caught. It's incomplete. Intended for Eric Ebron. Contested on the play.
Oh, absolutely. The Colts are hanging in there.
3 drops last week and now drops that one, and that would have set up a really interesting decision by Frank Reich. Would have been 4th and about 1.
I've been with you the whole time. My wife is a Cowboy fan. Okay.
Never know.
So, E-Bum dropped it. What a surprise. Yep. That's what's up, Ted. I appreciate that. How does she feel about that game?
Drifts over, pulls it in at the 39, and is taken down immediately.
She definitely,
by Ashton
her team didn't help my team.
by trade. 4.5 to go. Justin Houston, of course.
Eric E. drop, absolutely. Man, Justin Houston is a beast. VTRS says Ebron with 3 drops last week. Good old Butter Bron. And that's why the Detroit Lions got rid of him.
And that's Kenny Moore, who had 2 sacks in the playoff game last year, who gets him down.
Check out this move here. You're going to see him working against a tackle in Cameron Irving, who has him one-on-one. And just
Ooh. He went down low, and low man always wins.
Injury to his knee, but his experience with those slot blitzes could make a big difference.
2nd and 15. Mahomes fires, and it's
Ooh.
up at the 39-yard line. That's intended for Pringle. Makes it 3rd down and 15.
You know,
Jacoby Brissett's doing decent.
And mistakes by the Kansas City Chiefs, they look
You know,
unstoppable.
A lot of the things is,
Really have been beating them.
you know, the drop passes that have been hurting him.
Now, 3rd and 15. I'm seeing enough already tonight to believe they still have a chance.
But I tell you what, the Indianapolis Colts run game is there.
Beating itself right now.
Credit to that Indianapolis defense run by Matt Eberflus. The pass is caught, but does he get the first down? Robinson.
They might got flag.
Press is going to be a
Let's see.
little bit short. He's pleading
It's short.
They put it down. Looks to be a Miwa.
Oh, Eric or Mahomes is limping.
He got hit by Teray, number 57.
Well, remember,
Who came in. Ooh, man.
he hurt that ankle in the opener. Don't know what it is, but it sort of takes away the thought of a quarterback sneak right here.
Yeah, it's 4th down and inches. The ball's at the 48. He's going to gut it out right now. Will he try to sneak it? He will not. They put a fullback into the game, and he gets it. That's Anthony Sherman. Plays in these types of situations, and he gets that yard. And Mahomes is going to limp over to the bench, toward the bench anyway.
Let's take a look and see exactly what happened here. As usual, kind of get rolled up. That was Kamoko Teray who got him.
Might be a calf bruise.
Teray really has begun to flash a little.
Looking more like a calf bruise.
Boy, I tell you, you hold your breath when Patrick Mahomes starts.
Because Teray's knee went right into that back of the calf.
McCoy is the running back. Clock moving toward the 2-minute warning.
Eric Ebron's teammates call him Candy Hands.
And that pass is incomplete, but Mahomes goes to the ground again. Danico Autry leads the Colts in sacks.
That's why no one high fives him. Because don't you dare put your fingers on my butterfingers. Yeah, that is definitely Eric Ebron. Don't you dare put your fingers on my butterfingers.
is sort of running for his life.
Ted Cheney says, Ebron, Dropodamus Rex, soon to be extinct. Yep. You say Patrick Mahomes is slipping? No, I don't think he's slipping. He was limping.
Mahomes fires. That's incomplete, and the flag is thrown. And that will be argued by the Colts.
Joseph Marshall, Eric Ebron is the first male to experience multiple puberties.
Pass, illegal contact. Defense number 34. It's a 5-yard penalty. An automatic first down.
Rock Yassin, the rookie illegal contact. A heck of a lot better than pass interference.
Yeah, no question. But it's still a first down, and that hurts. So as he backed up, I think he backed up out of that 5-yard safe zone. Really wasn't pass interference down the field, but a little too much distance covered before that contact.
From the 46-yard line.
Pointing out the slot blitzer, I would too.
Yeah, here it comes again. Blitz is on. Pass deep.
Oh!
Intended for Robinson. He had a step and a half on Desir. Mahomes now 16 out of 27.
You know, Robinson's done some great things for this Chiefs team, and I don't want to diminish any of that at all. But you can't play that defense if you've got Tyreek Hill out there. Even Sammy Watkins to some extent. Tyreek Hill is out there. You have no choice but to rotate a safety or somebody over the top. So now the Colts are getting away with playing a few things because of the lack of those wide receivers.
Complete game changer. Mahomes squirts out, directs traffic, and gets forced out of bounds as we will have the 2-minute warning, a minute 55.
All right, it's 10-10 with a minute 55 left in first half. Joseph Marshall, Tyreek Hill is great at escaping the straight jacket because he knows how to dislocate some shoulders. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 coming back from the 2-minute warning. Frederick Williams says, I'm glad the Chiefs kept Tyreek Hill. Yeah, I mean, you know, he just got to keep himself out of trouble. You know, he's a darn good wide receiver. He just got to stay out of trouble. I know because his balls dropped plenty of times. That one, Joseph Marshall. He has one too many footballs dropping. Yeah, he does drop the ball every week, so his balls keep dropping every week. Oh, absolutely, Frederick Williams. Detroit Lions are laughing at Eric Ebron right now. Yep. Because I know I am. I have got to see John Gruden dancing in a locker room. Chucky dancing.
Right out there. See if they double him or not. He is the obvious choice here, and they like to throw it to him a little high. Give him room to catch.
3rd and 6.
Ooh. Right through his fingers. Oh, there's a flag.
Quincy Wilson covering on the play. There's been, to this point, only 2 penalties against Indianapolis. Which way is this one going?
Pass interference. Offense, number 87.
Oh, wow.
Decline. The result of the play is 4th down.
So it's 4th down and 6. They decline the penalty. You would think the Chiefs might think about going for it, but right now they're going to send the punting group in.
Let's give some credit to Quincy Wilson, one-on-one. Definite little push-off right there. And, boy, they have been much more observant of offensive pass interference this year than they have been at any other time.
Colquitt second punt. His first was 42 yards. Chester Rogers back to get it. On a backspin on it. Fair catch is called for at the 11-yard line. And we can tell you that Sunday Night Football is
Frederick Williams, I'm shocked and happy that the Raiders beat the Bears in London today. Absolutely. That helps us so much.
Brissett fires. That's caught up at the 20.
Wow, Eric Ebron caught a pass.
First catch of the night.
You know, it's a
Oh, I better go get my lotto tickets.
over there. I'm sure he's not too happy with his first half so far. But this is one, both teams with 3 timeouts, so if the Chiefs can make a stop, they might start using it.
And that's caught for a first down here. That is Hines, and he moves the ball out to the 35-yard line. Clock at 1:14 now. Indianapolis can.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions are in second place in the NFC North. I'm surprised Eric Ebron hasn't tweeted me back. Because I tweeted him last night. I said, you keep dropping passes, and it's not the quarterback's fault. Maybe it's the player's fault. And yeah, we did get our player at number 8.
2 timeouts. And the Colts will get the ball to start the second half. Brissett, that deep drop. Fires. Caught near midfield.
T.Y. Hilton with the first down.
Making his presence felt tonight. That's the 3rd catch for him.
Must have dropped that tweet in the trash.
Single T.Y. Hilton at your
Probably so, Joseph Marshall.
A great route and a tremendous confident throw by Jacoby Brissett. That interception didn't bother him at all.
Brissett dancing around, buying time. He's going to take off. And a nice run down the sideline. He goes inside the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him out at about the 40. Let's see where they're going to put the ball now. Coming back a little bit to the 46-yard line.
You know, defensive backs don't line up to hit 240-pound Jacoby Brissett. He's a little Ben Roethlisberger-like in some of his movements inside the pocket. Not a speedster, not like an Andrew Luck quickness.
T.Y. Hilton, great catch, says Frederick Williams. Josh Jackson says he's contagious. His account dropped the comment.
Brissett 9 of 13 for 89 yards. They ride Clark out of the play, and the pass is incomplete off the fingertips of Hines to make it 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and right now the Kansas City Chiefs are remaining in that 2-deep safety look. I would not be afraid to run the football in this situation. I really wouldn't, because you know Frank's going to go for it on 4th down anyway. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they didn't try and pop a run.
3rd and 3.
Here we go, 2 deep safeties again. Do they want to take a shot running with Hines inside?
They don't. Brissett will dump it off to Hines, and he'll get the first down. There's a flag down. For the moment, he has a first down. Flag is down on the opposite side of the field.
Joseph Marshall says, "Oh no, E-Bum high five the running back. Did the running back know coming in contact with E-Bum's hands makes you trade catching abilities with each other?"
Here's Rolstad.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 21. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Breland.
He's had a rough half with penalties.
That's the hat trick, I think.
He had the 50-yard penalty too, right? The one that the big post down the middle.
53 yards. That was the longest penalty all season in the NFL.
Well, I just don't think this half could have gone a whole lot better for the Colts other than that one interception.
From the 41, now can they cash in with the ball at the end of the half here? Brissett rolling away, being chased, and just throws that one almost into the stands. Chased by Kendall Fuller. Second down and 10 with 41 seconds.
Yeah, this is a good pressure package that Kansas City
10-10, second and 10 with 41 seconds left.
Slot blitz, so they'll send this guy out and loop that slot back inside. Brissett saw it coming all the way. It wasn't hard to see, so he was flushed out of the pocket, had to just throw it away.
Quentin Nelson is huge.
Pass is caught. Hines spins around, breaks a tackle, and gets out of bounds on top of it. Got away from
Smart play.
Is that a half to totally forget?
Yeah, I seen that compared to Hines. Yeah.
That is some play by Hines when they needed it most because they were not in field goal range and now comfortably there. And now you get to play the game here a little bit. Now you have plenty of time to take a shot and try and put a touchdown on the board.
2 timeouts, 33 seconds, first down. Brissett is looking toward Hilton. Now he's going to go the other way. Going to fire it. It's going to be along the sideline.
Pushed out.
Kane
Out
comes
of.
up with it, but he's out of bounds. Second and 10 on the incomplete pass.
Yeah,
Colts near the end zone. Yep.
Frustrated with the pass rush right now because they are effectively just rushing 3. Let's take a look and see, did he get his feet down?
They're on the 23-yard line.
Well, if you're inside 2 minutes, there's no challenge that needs to be reviewed. They can stop it.
Oh, wait. That is actually good. That's in.
So they're going to stop it.
The previous play.
Is under review. Yep, good. They're gonna overturn that. Quentin Nelson looks like the kind of guy to challenge the dad if the kid was picking on his kid. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate the new subscriber. Quentin Nelson looks like one if those big guys, if that what? Yeah, too big of a word. Small words helps me. Demasculinized. Yeah, see, now I gotta go search up that word. Yeah, but now I gotta go now I gotta go and research that word to see what the word means.
It was a catch at the sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 3 at the 16-yard line. Timer, please put 27 seconds on the game clock.
That's a 7-yard gain for Kane as they reviewed it. Put 1 more second on the clock with 27 ticks, and the ball's now at the 16-yard line. Marlon Mack back in the game at running back.
Oh, man.
Fake to him. Brissett.
I am 32.
Here's Mack, and he can't get to the first down mark. Neiman makes the tackle. 18 seconds. And
Uncountable. The removal of testicles. Biology. The suppression of a male-oriented function by repressing male hormones. Ouch.
Heavy favorite. Gotta give the Colts a lot of credit. As we said at the top, everybody thought they were dead when Andrew Luck retires. Oh my God, what's going to happen to the Colts? But here they are, hanging in there.
It was interesting in talking to some of the players and coaches from the Colts, and they were talking about how, Andrew Luck was a great leader, but if you took the top 5 or 10 leaders on our team, our backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Webster's dictionary is on point.
You can see the way he inspires his team out there.
No doubt about it. Leads into the line of scrimmage here. They've got a timeout left in their pocket.
Oh.
On a 3rd down and 1.
He drops a lot of in this play.
Blitz.
Oh, that's pass interference. Wow. All right. I'm cool with the no call.
Rodgers, the intended receiver, so it's 4th and 1. Then in comes Vinatieri.
Steve Spagnuolo, he does not lack for courage. Everybody's blitzing here. This was an all-out cover 0 blitz, pure one-on-one, perfect read by Brissett. A little banging around at the back end of it, but no foul.
So a 32-yard field goal attempt for Adam Vinatieri to try to give them the lead with a few ticks left in the half.
Oh man, you should have seen him in the
history of the NFL.
Frederick Williams. You should have seen him in the what do you call it?
Seconds.
In the Dallas Cowboys and Packers game.
Very shaky start to the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a pass interference no call from last week.
Where he can actually have a fall off. He hasn't had one since 3rd grade.
It could be a while too, Michelle, the way he's going now. He's hot again. Age of 46. George Blanda was cooking when he was.
Yeah, I mean the Dallas Cry Boys, or as I like to call them, the Dallas Cry Girls.
Georgia rookie is taken out of bounds. And a lot of scuffling going on there. With 4 seconds.
All right, let's take a look at our next gen.
Patrick Mahomes on the run, 6 for 8 for 95 yards and a touchdown, 153.6 passer rating. That's insane.
Any injuries in that secondary, and yet here they are going in at halftime with a lead. Who would have believed it after the way this thing started?
Yeah, big underdogs up by 3. Toyota halftime next. And
All right, the Indianapolis Colts received the second half of, after kickoff. So it is halftime. I am going to take a quick break, and I will come back, and let's kick off the second half. All right, guys, hang tight.
making sure that
Wrong one. All right, all right. I am back. And after this commercial break, we are going to be back. Colts are leading into the half. I'm going to take a few moments to question reality. I've always had a theory I'm in a computer simulation and none of you are real. The game is making me believe in that theory even more. Colts and Chiefs, strange game so far. Yeah, absolutely, Joseph Marshall. But I mean, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, they're a second half team and they will find a way to close it out. Sunday night. All right, all right. The game is officially back, so I'm about to be unmuting the audio very shortly. Bowden says Colts obviously are going to win. I mean, hey, if they continue what they're doing right now, they possibly could. You know, is this going to be the first loss and having the New England Patriots as their first or as the only unbeaten team?
Temperature down to 58 degrees in Kansas City. You know, you're always saying perfect football weather. This is perfect football weather.
Every weather is perfect football weather. Why the game is great.
Butker kicks off. Zach Pascal from the 5-yard line. And gets tackled up at the 22-yard line as we go to Michelle.
Well, the Colts plan coming.
So Wright says defense is sharp, plans to stick with a 4-man rush. Oh, man.
Of the Colts, that run defense has been great. The only running tonight's been done by Indy. They have 77 rushing yards. Kansas City 11. Handed off on the end around. And that is
got the first down.
And he fights his way
Wow.
for a gain of 13 yards and a first down.
We don't do it enough. We don't talk about interior offensive linemen enough.
Meanwhile, a 14-yard gain got negated because Indianapolis had 12 men on the field. So that moves it back to the 17 5-yard penalty, makes it first down and 15 from the 17. Play fake, and the pass comes out here to Mack. Marlon Mack taken down after a gain of 3 yards by Damian Wilson, the former Dallas Cowboy. And it will be second down and 12.
Joseph Marshall says, I have a feeling all of Nelson's upper body is fat and lower body is all muscle to support the top. He's a big old boy.
Has come on short throws, 11 for 12, 102 yards in the first half when under 10 yards. Just 1 for 4 for 14 yards in that big interception when he tried to throw it down the field. So let's see if he just continues this ball control approach.
Longest pass play of the night, 18 yards to Hines. Give it on a draw to Mack.
Oh,
nice
almost
run
got the first.
up the middle on the second down and 12, and he's going to be close to the first down as he gets to the 32-yard line, a little bit short.
What's going on, Chris?
Mark Lewinsky, we haven't talked about him much. Nice block there.
Going no huddle here, 3rd and 1, and Brissett's going to take it himself. And with forward progress, Hilton says he got it, didn't he? Officials come in to take a peek. Like with that body lean, he should have gotten it, but you never know. Rolstead looks at
all right.
Sticks and says first down.
Got the first down.
Watch Chris Jones right here just shoot right underneath these blockers here and get right to the thigh pads of Jacoby Brissett. Almost held him short.
Just enough.
Chris says just going is going just playing in the pole barn. That's what's up. Oh, got a flag. Quentin could be a left tackle. He has good, or he's that good at blocking. Yeah, I mean he could.
Definite contact down the field with T.Y. Hilton.
Holding. Defense, number 21. 5-yard penalty, automatic.
Oh wow, that's a huge penalty.
Well, you try to single him up, and you've got to play any way you can against T.Y. Hilton. He's coming right at you. No help in sight. It's just Breland. It looked a little more like a slip to me than it did a tackle, but...
Meanwhile, you saw Chris Jones needing some attention on the sidelines. And Saunders comes in, the rookie out of Western Illinois, to take Jones's spot. Pass is caught by Hilton. And Hilton up to the 38-yard line, tackled by Lee.
Yeah, Darren Lee's a good player in space. He was originally drafted by the Jets in the first round. Very athletic on the outside. So if they start to get the passing game going, you'd think Lee. More of the running game, maybe even a guy like Reggie Ragland coming in here for the Chiefs.
2nd and 9. Opening drive of the second half. Colts trying to pull off a big upset. Brissett moves Pascal over to the left side. Play clock was at 1. Here's Mack. Man, he's good. Up to the 43-yard line. Ward makes the tackle there.
Ebram dropped that ball. Nature is returning to its original state. Ebram always drops the ball. Balance and reason is back to normal. Exhale peacefully. The football must burn because Ebron drops it like it's hot. Drops it like it's hot.
3rd and 4. And Brissett somehow avoids the sack.
Ooh.
Pass is incomplete. Intended there for Pascal. Treverius Ward covering.
4th and 4.
4th down, and in comes the punt group.
Yeah, Frank Reich, I'm sure he was tempted to go for it there, but you turn around, you look at the scoreboard, and you say, I kind of like having that 3-point lead. He said, I'm not a robot. He said, sometimes the analytics will tell me one thing, and I'll go the other.
Oh, absolutely, Joseph. I like Pat McAfee as a punter as well. And I love his podcast. He's an awesome podcaster. Oh. Yeah, I watch his YouTube channel as well, Joseph. He is a very funny guy. Joseph Marshall says, I learned what Adderall was from him. Cool guy. Ted says, good thing Ebron is not in Philly or New York. I mean, he could go to the Jets. We need to bring him in for our Monday night game in Green Bay. He gives us good luck. Hey, let's try to get him. I'll try to tweet him, see if he responds. Actually, you know what, Chris? Just for you. Gridiron Bliss says, you tired, bro? No, I think my gluteus maximus is, though. Streaming 3 games in a row is brutal. Especially in the setup I have right now. Alright, let's tweet Pat McAfee. All right, Chris, I just tweeted out and tagging the Gridiron Blitz. What do you call it for Pat McAfee? See if on Friday we can get him.
Picks up 4. So there was a Bose commercial that was filmed here during the offseason.
Man, that boy got an arm. Man, that boy got an arm.
With a flag on the play, among other things, they're going to spot it for the moment.
Dude, I would 100% call in and be a part of the stream if you get Pat McAfee here in for a stream.
Defense, number 35. That penalty's declined. The result of the play.
First down.
I love what McCall.
I call in for the entire duration of the stream. Yeah, you probably would, Joseph.
Stay with it, stay in bounds, draw the foul. Tremendous effort.
Oh man, you know what? Did he step out of bounds and come back in?
You know, I think his toes were in bounds. I'm not sure the heel ever hit down out of bounds.
Terry, what do you see here?
You're right, Al. We don't know if the heel comes down out of bounds. It's really close, but I don't think he is out.
Well, 1st and 10, and I'm wondering as you see the run here, a good run for Williams, and that certainly would have been a challengeable play.
It would have been a challenge, yes, Al. And if he did step out of bounds and was the first to touch it, it would be a penalty against the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And then there wouldn't be pass interference because he would be ineligible.
Something tells me Patrick Mahomes was in his room alone a lot when his parents weren't home. If he can throw and football 80 yards, am I right? I mean, possible.
And this is whistled before the inception.
False start. Offense. Number 62. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So seeing what you saw, Terry, if Rank had challenged that, what do you think would have happened?
There would have had to be clear and obvious video evidence that he absolutely stepped on the line. He may very well have if we'd had some more looks at it. Mm-hmm. But, again, it might have been worth a challenge because it would have wiped out the whole play.
Absolutely. A 33-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. From the 44.
I wish I could say that, Joseph, but I see it.
This should be clear and obvious here.
Yeah.
Because even though the
Chiefs got lucky.
The heel is always in play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If that heel is down, which it does look like it is on that shot.
Nobody can sneak one by out.
Oh, yes, you can. 3rd down and 2. From the 37 is Mahomes.
I already knew. Oh, wow.
Okereke, the Stanford rookie, comes up with it and takes the ball out to midfield.
Hey.
Thrown into the bench, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, that's definitely a flag. Yeah, I knew what you meant about him being in his room alone a lot.
Bobby Okereke. Got a flag here. We're going to get the call from
Oh, I don't know. It might be down.
Sherman was the intended receiver.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Oh, no.
Team number 77.
No, he tossed it up in the air.
1st down.
Ball never touched the ground.
Did any part of that ball hit the ground? It definitely hit hands, but you can't see it, Terry.
From the shots we've seen so far, it is not clear and obvious. He may have his hands under it. He may not.
Oh, I don't know. You can actually challenge that.
They're going to have to take a look at it clearly.
Crowd seeing it with their hearts.
The previous play is under review.
It's a turnover, so it's automatically reviewed.
Yeah, they got to look at it. I mean, it's only the right, it's only right for them too. I am not going to even try, Joseph.
After review, it has been determined that is an incomplete forward pass. It'll be fourth down, Kansas City. However, there's a dead ball foul after the play. Unnecessary roughness against Kansas City that will be enforced. It'll be it'll be fourth down and 17 on the 48-yard line.
So a big break. This is as close as it gets.
Oh, wow.
Sherman, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that ball touched the ground.
My gut tells me it hits the ground, but do you see clear and obvious, Terry? You know, was it possible one of those two hands were completely underneath that ball?
I'm with you, Chris. It's likely it hits the ground. I just don't see it as clear and obvious video evidence from the shots we've seen.
So that's the good news for Kansas City. Incomplete. The bad news is the 15-yard penalty is still in force, even though it was deemed eventually an incomplete pass. But the 15-yard personal foul stands, so it's 4th and 17, and they'll punt.
But you think about where it would have been. It would have been 15 yards the other direction.
Did he?
Towards the Chiefs' goal line.
Polk with the punt.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Chiefs do shoot themselves in the foot.
Chester Rogers.
But I think that's, yeah, third round. Oh, okay.
To Michelle.
Yeah, Mahomes is still
the
gimpy.
Chiefs that are troubling at best. Chris
Oh.
Jones, you can see him here. He's going to pull up, and
But I mean, you know.
injured his groin, and he is out for the game.
Oh,
Also,
wow.
Xavier Williams has an ankle injury. He is out as well. So that defensive front for the Chiefs getting a little banged up there, Al.
Yeah, 2
But I think a lot of the,
ankle injuries.
you know, defensive woes on Kansas City is dealing with, what do you call it, their age. You know, they're very young
Almost
still.
5 yards a carry against a team that's yielding 5.9 yards per carry this season. That Kansas City run defense, and they do start on the ground with a 3-yard pickup.
You know how it was interesting was Andy Reid, the flip side, when he had the ball, he was starting to run the ball. They really did a very poor job of that in the first half, despite the fact that the Colts and the Chiefs were 1-2 in yards per rush allowed coming into this game. But the Chiefs never really took advantage of it the way the Colts did in the first half.
2nd down and 7 at the 15-yard line. Mack again.
Yeah, Pat McAfee deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Quentin Nelson hat.
About running the ball. You know who wants to? Quentin Nelson. He was at a country music concert. He saw singer Morgan Wallen wearing a hat reading "Run the Damn Ball," and Nelson had to have one. But he told me when he went to the company's website to get one, they were sold out. He sent them an email telling them who he was, and the company made custom hats in Colts colors and sent Nelson 25 of them.
Oh, wow.
Whatever he said, too.
Flip the page on Keyshawn Johnson with that phrase. 3rd down and 4 at the 18-yard line. Brissett dancing, scrambling, complete. Big completion to Jack Doyle. Extending the play, running away from the pressure, and hits Doyle there for a gain of 5 to move the sticks.
Yeah, just a 4-man rush, but watch this protection. You take out Chris Jones, who is their best, and look at what Kelly and Nelson
I
do
see that,
in the
Chris.
interior rush.
Said you see PFF starting to go at all these pros that are dogging them.
6:40 to go in the third quarter. Inside handoff. Mack closing in on 100 yards. Takes the ball up to the 30-yard line. Gain of 7. Juan Thornhill, rookie second-round pick out of Virginia, makes the stop. Mack now 92 yards on the ground tonight.
Yeah, who does he remind you of when he's running?
You know,
It's like Le'Veon Bell, doesn't he? Bouncing around out there.
Chris says PFF vids was 80,000 views. Now they're like 1K. You know, a lot of that though has to deal with, you know, us YouTubers. We definitely put a what do you call it? A dent in a lot of these people's things. You know, because football is not all about, you know, grades and this, that, the other. A lot of it is, hey, you got to go out there on the football field and perform. Okay, what the heck is happening? Okay. Hold on.
Action. Brissett checks down and the pass is incomplete.
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Brissett now 15 to 24 for 125 yards. So he's averaging only about 5 yards per pass.
Yeah, but what Jacoby Brissett has to realize right now is the Chiefs cannot get to him. This offensive line and pass protection is beginning to dominate. So as you sit back there anticipating that kind of rush, just wait, hold the ball, take advantage of the advantage you have with the offensive line.
Second and 10. Give it to Wilkins on a draw. He averages about 6 yards a carry. Sorensen makes the tackle.
Oh my goodness, what is going the freak on?
Frank Reich looks at this as I'm going for it anyway, no matter what happens. Wouldn't be a total shock to see him go play action and try and hit a home run ball here.
Wilkins goes out of the game.
Yeah, temperatures are good.
Play clock is down to single figures and timeout is called by Indianapolis.
Yeah, I am definitely going to be calling up my internet provider and cursing them out. So they could definitely be hearing from me tomorrow early in the morning.
Mets back at the turn of the century, and Junior no stranger to clubhouses.
No, and it's part of the reason he's as cool as he is, playing in his first few years in this league.
3rd and 1. Nice play. What a call. Zach Pascal to the 44-yard line. So they run it around the right side. And this drive began back at the 12-yard line. 7 plays now.
Joseph Marshall, you are hilarious.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, it wasn't a shot pass play, it was a shot run play. So what happens is Frank knew he was going to go for it on 4th down, so why not? Let's
Definitely can't read that, but that is hilarious.
Pop a big run here.
Hines going in motion to the outside. They flip it to him. Hines with a little bit of room. First down.
All right. All right.
Another flag comes in at the 28-yard line. Going to put that on a loop. Another flag comes in. Oh, man.
This has got to be the longest third quarter.
That again.
Holding. Offense. Number 80. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Chester Rogers negating that play.
No, I haven't seen that one. I'm going to have to, is it on YouTube, Joseph Marshall? He said, did you see Pat McAfee's story about roulette and Peyton Manning?
Grab here on the cutback. That's what got called, and it's a good call.
Okay, I'm going to definitely have to go check that out. I'll go to his page after the stream and check it out.
Reverses direction. Cannot get away from Tano Passignon, number 92, third year out of Villanova. Takes him down. Passignon with the tackle there. It'll be second down and 22.
Passignon is the guy that was drafted in the second round. Really has not lived up to it, although he's getting a lot more opportunity this year than he has in the past. Big, good-looking guy, man. He looks like a player.
You know, Jones out and Williams out and Frank Clark on the bench. They need him in there.
T.Y. Hilton might have a one-on-one. Here he is.
Second and 14. Hines, 41-yard line.
Boy, when they start lining up across the board like that, you can almost see that cover zero blitz coming. They're going to be coming. And no question, Naheem Hines is a good option, but I'm not so sure I wouldn't have taken that one and flipped it out to T.Y. Hilton in some space.
Third down 7 from the 41-yard line. Still working on Clark. So minus 3 guys up front are the Chiefs defensively. Here they come. Chasing Brissett. Fires incomplete. Reggie Ragland led the charge, and again Spagnuolo sends everybody with 2.5, and it's fourth down.
Now let me explain a zero blitz. It just basically means no free safety. This is a man coverage guy back here, but they have one more rusher.
Okay, I definitely check that out.
No matter how may you do it, they're going to have one more. So Brissett tried to buy a little time, just couldn't make that play.
Sanchez to punt. His third boot of the night. Fair catch called for. Maybe at the 6th
Oh.
by Anthony Thomas.
I'll tell you what, though, it is a close game. I thought it would be a little bit more scoring, but it's a close game. Chris says Packer Nation is talking some mad trash right now. Hey, they can just bring it. As the good old Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would say, they can just bring it. Because come Monday of next week, we gonna smash them. Joseph Marshall says, "Yeah, I can't even brag about Christian McCaffrey's 3-touchdown night."
Tomorrow, let's go back to the 5-yard line now to start this drive for Kansas City.
Ooh. Travis Kelce. Come on.
They might have been able to challenge that the receiver was out of bounds, but go back and walk us through this one more time.
Yeah, Al, there's another aspect to this. If the pass interference is what causes him to step out of bounds, that puts him out, and he can come back in and be the first to touch if that's what they deem. We don't know exactly when they called pass interference, but if that's what they ruled, that put him out of bounds, then it was legal for him to come back in and touch the ball.
And the personal foul would have stayed anyway as the tackle is made. Damian Williams wrapped up. Willis is right there. Third down.
Okay, there's some life with the Indianapolis Colts.
Young rookie who's having to fill in. Lee Hooker and Clayton Gathers.
3rd and 10 on the KC5.
Coming through. You hear about the 8th man in the box and you can't block him. That's what happens. Kelsey tried to give him a little arm as he went by, but Willis was just too quick.
Willis getting a lot of playing time tonight because Hooker and Gathers, their 1-2 safeties, their starting safeties are out. 3rd and 10. Mahomes from the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. The crowd wants a flag. We've seen a ton of them.
Ooh, he is skipping pretty bad.
And Mahomes limps away.
Oh, and there's another Chiefs down.
Andrew Wiley.
Andrew Wiley is down
on the grass, and Mahomes is limping back. And this time he's really limping back. The last time was not nearly as pronounced as this time. Wow.
Oh, man.
That gets the attention.
Yeah, Chris, absolutely. Yeah, Mahomes is limping pretty bad. And then I think their center, Wiley, he's also down as well. Oh, left guard. Okay. My bad. I thought it was the center. Remember, Steelers backup center's first play. False start, everyone but the center. Hey, shout out to the Detroit Red Wings. They beat the Dallas Stars 4-3. Anthony Mantha with 4 goals.
Mahomes is on the bench. He already has the ankle wrapped. from the first half. We'll get to that in a second. You got Wiley, who was assisted off the field, but it's a punt here with Colquitt on the back line of the end zone, very close to it. Chester Rogers is back to receive. With a minute and a half to go in the third quarter, and the Colts up by 3. Rogers is going to let it bounce. A sideways skidder. A little bit of a lucky roll for Kansas City, and the ball is dead at the 40. All right, first, let's go back and see what happened to Patrick Mahomes.
Marco Ture is going to take Cameron Irving right back into Mahomes' ankle. You'll see it coming here. This is friendly fire.
Ooh.
It's a 300-plus pound man on the side of that ankle that was already injured.
Ooh, that has to hurt.
A little friendly fire as well. His running back, Darrell Williams, is going to sort of kick him in the calf on the way out with his knee. Tough sequence there for the Chiefs.
So the Colts with Frank Clark back in now for Kansas City have it on the plus side of the field. Give it to Mack. Good tough running inside. To the 44 he goes. He has 94 yards tonight. Damian Wilson in on the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Quentin Nelson is just taking people apart. Watch how far the movement is here. No defense can survive moving a defensive lineman 2 or 3 gaps out of the way. They're not built that way.
2nd down call at 5. Mack. He gets to the 40-yard line before he is pushed back. Derek Nottie in on the stop. Half a minute to go in the third quarter.
Al, this is old-fashioned football right here by Frank Reich. This is our offensive line and our defensive line are better than your big guys. That's how they're winning the game right now.
And he knew it was the best way to try to win the game. 3rd down and 2. Brissett trying to draw him offside. He's going to be content to take this to the end of the quarter, which he does. So the fourth quarter will start with a 3rd down.
All right, we're at the end of the third quarter. Still 13-10. Indianapolis. I can just imagine Andy's little girl scream when he sees Patrick Mahomes limping. Yeah, that's his quarterback. That quarter was an hour and a half long. Yeah, that was a long quarter. Real talk. Wonder what the Gridiron Blitz is saying about that quarter.
Indy 2-2. Jacksonville and Tennessee lose. KC 4-0. Oakland wins. Chargers lose. Denver, they won their first today over Los Angeles. On a 3rd and 2, they go to the air on play action, and Jack Doyle picks up the first down, but there is a penalty. At the 25-yard line, the flag is down there.
Maybe calling a pick play here. The question is, was it within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage?
Well, KC is
Oh, wow, Chris, that's awesome.
Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty, replay. 3rd down.
Said I just finished the restore of my wrenches. I got 2 1920 vices to do next. That's awesome.
Take a look. T.Y. Hilton going to come down and make the pick right there. If it's within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, it's legal. Oh, boy.
Terry weigh in on that one.
Boy.
Yeah, not only is it not more than a yard, he just sits there and the defender contacts him first. I don't see any offensive pass interference.
You have the right to that space. You may get a challenge out of that one.
And now you've got Frank Reich. Does he want to challenge this?
Indianapolis is challenging the ruling on the field of pass interference.
Okay. This will be very interesting now. To New York they go, and we'll be back after this.
Joseph Marshall says, I can't imagine Andrew Luck at a retirement home with Peyton Manning in his rocking chair playing checkers. That would be a funny sight to see. With a gray beard. I got a 15-piece wrench set from 1910 to 1920 and 2 vices at an estate sale, $30. Each of them vices gonna fetch me 400 plus when I'm done with the wrenches. Will be 500 to 800 because they are a collector's item. Wow, that is amazing. Joseph Marshall says they should do that Peyton's place because Peyton Manning also needed a TV show behind 2 Super Bowl titles and 5 MVPs and a first ballot Hall of Fame induction. Yeah? All tax free, says Chris. Absolutely. And free pizza and Budweiser's for life.
The field stands as called.
Wow, call on the field stands.
12 at the 50-yard line.
All right, you heard the call. It stands. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Terry, weigh in again.
Well, it's illegal to block more than a yard downfield. Hilton just goes to a spot, and Matthew reaches out and appears to touch him with his hand. I don't see him blocking at all more than a yard downfield.
You know, what's interesting as a receiver sometimes you can completely avoid that contact as well. You could even arrow out of that.
Hey, shout out to Chris.
You don't have to touch anybody anywhere there because really the Chiefs.
I see you, Chris.
They had made a mistake. There was really no
Says that is one way I can afford to go to all the games with a wife half my age.
4-man rush. Brissett dumps it underneath. Caught by Mack. Marlon Mack
Wow, Marlon Mack just short, but that's crazy.
I'm sure his analytics guys are saying green light.
This is green +2 is what Frank would describe this as.
Green +2.
Green, there's green +1 and there's green +2. This is at least green +1.
4th down and 1. 6 straight 4th down conversions. Here they go again. 4th in a long yard.
They are changing it. You better go.
Get the play off. Give it to Mack. Mack. Look at the way.
Oh, got it the first down.
For a first down. Boy, I tell you what, he is one of the best backs in the league. Braden Smith leading the way, the right tackle.
Braden Smith, we haven't talked about him, but watch the patience here. You're going to see Mack just wait, and actually assist in that block. Because once you add the second body weight in behind, it was sort of a neutral block position. Now you add the body weight of Mack going in there, enough to push forward for that first down.
Mack, 210 pounds, puts him over 100 yards.
Pat McAfee said Peyton is the only guy that could have done what he did with endorsements. Yeah.
Takes the ball to the 30-yard line against Smith.
Pat said if he did that, he would say he punted well because he drank monster drinks and 5-hour energies that morning and drove his Cadillac car and used hair gel, drank some Budweiser. Hey, shout out to 409. I appreciate you.
Gets it again. Fights to within about a yard and a half of the first down. And a 3rd and short coming up with 12 and a half to go in regulation.
You know, rarely do running games win football games in this league. It just doesn't happen.
These days.
But at the very least, what it does is it makes it easier for you to throw the football. Because once you start committing more people to the run,
I appreciate 409.
action passing game can be deadly. But the Chiefs never established the run.
Oh, wow, I was up to 411. Now down to 409. I appreciate the 2 that was there for a split second.
To 19 for Kansas City. 3rd and 2. Stay on the ground. Through the middle, fighting, still moving is Mack.
Close.
Could be a little short.
I think you still go here. I know you're in field goal range, but I think you still go.
Yeah, you're playing Kansas City, even though they're struggling tonight.
Yeah,
I appreciate you 410 and 411. Appreciate you guys subscribing. Appreciate the new subscriber to make it 412.
That's where the great plays came. But I say go. This is still that great offense.
4th and 1. Mack is the back. They go with 3 tight ends. Play clock at 1. And they've got to take a timeout. So the play clock went all the way down. They lost a timeout on the...
Wow, the Indianapolis Colts are out of timeouts now
Their final timeout.
with 11:15 left.
So with 11:15 to go in regulation, they are out of timeouts.
Let's take a look at the analytics for this decision right now.
Current chance of winning, 51%.
The chance of winning is at 51%. If you convert this 4th and 1, that jumps to 64%. Chance of winning if you kick the field goal actually goes down. How interesting is that? Because of the fact that now you're giving the hammer back to Patrick Mahomes going the other way.
Chance to convert on 4th and 1 is 59%. Taking all this stuff
Colts could no longer use coach's challenge due to no timeouts.
And they got Brissett and keep it. And the umpire, he appears to have that first down and will. A move to change. This drive has consumed over 5 minutes now. This drive is 7 runs and 1 pass.
This is when football gets wild. Just all the big guys. And watch Marlon Mack again come in behind Brissett. He's right there, and he's going to give him a little body weight one more time. Push him over the top. the thin defensive line of the Chiefs banged up, and they're having to play a lot of plays now.
Mack again, look at that. To the outside he goes, spins his way for a 9-yard pickup. Marlon Mack, remember he was last week, hurt his ankle, didn't play very much down the stretch in the game against Oakland. Wondering about him during the week. Would he be ready? I'll say 23 carries, 111 yards.
This is the guy that led the NFL in rushing first downs coming into this week, and I'm going to guess he has padded that lead.
At 174 rushing yards against the Chargers opening day. Hines comes in now to spell him. Give it to Hines. He goes through the middle.
First down, Colts.
The clock right now. It's a drive that's consumed 6.5 minutes.
But it does get tougher the closer you get to that goal line, because now defensively to cover the pass there's a lot less room, so the running game gets tougher as more people are crowded around. And I still go with my same thought. You need to play for touchdowns here. You need to not let this be a 6-point game and Mahomes having the ball last.
Ball to 13. Wilkins is the running back. Big hole. Look at Wilkins go. All 3 backs tonight doing yeoman work to the 5-yard line. He goes. It's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just put him in the Pro Bowl right now. Nelson, Costanzo, watch these two work. This is just work right here. Get out of here. Just get out of here. Driving them straight down the field. It's a tired bunch up front for Kansas City right now.
This half, take a look at that.
Wow, Indianapolis dominating the time of possession. Ooh.
And the big stop there on Jordan Wilkins made by Ty Matthew. It's exactly when they needed to turn a 2nd and 2 into a 3rd down and 10, loss of 8.
There is nothing better than having smart football players. Tyrann Mathieu, he saw this all the way, tried to get him on the outside with Costanzo, just couldn't get there. Great play.
Crowd cranking it up.
We've seen the cover 0 blitz here. They might send the house one more time.
It looks like they are. Nope.
Brissett to the corner of the end zone and throws it away. So 4th and 10. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Be about 31 yards by the time they line it up. There are 32s made tonight for Vinatieri. This one will be 31 yards.
A little flip 90 run really hurt him, didn't it? That tackle for loss by Matthew.
Great play by Matthew. Reading it beautifully. Vinatieri to make it a 6-point.
All right, 16-10. 7:40 left in the 4th. Joseph Marshall says now Mahomes takes the field. It's about to go down. Well, hopefully he's healthy enough to take that field. Because remember, the last time he was on that field, he came out limping. Yeah, that was a wild Super Bowl, Joseph Marshall. He said when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, did you see the news broadcaster reaction to this Eagles winning the Super Bowl? That's false advertisement. They are not spicy at all.
Drive that looked like it was going to end up in the end zone.
It was a 2nd and 2 play as well. So they settle for 3, touchback to the 25-yard line. They'll start this next drive. Mahomes coming back.
Chris says there's such a thing as white people spicy.
Like they were going to score 60 points on first 2 drives, 157 yards. 16 for 89. And a couple of times,
yeah, that could be true. See, I'm used to like 50 Tide chili peppers all in one dish.
Over the middle, that's caught, spinning away and backtracking and getting thrown out of bounds at the 30, and another penalty comes in, caught by DeMarcus Robinson. 10 penalties tonight against
Joseph Marsh says, I'm white. Chris says, I am too.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense, number 11, after the catch. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Wow, that's a huge penalty.
It's going to be interesting.
Joseph Marshall then says, not sure if that was a surprise. Troxel, did you think I was white? I mean, I don't really know, but I mean, like, I don't have no problem with any race. I think if as long as you good people, you good people.
First and 20. And Mahomes gets taken down the 4-yard line by.
Wow.
So
Mahomes sacked. It is 2nd and 30. Ball at the 5-yard line. This is a crazy fourth quarter.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go. Over Stewart's going against Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, the good doctor over there on that side, and he just got that edge. And Patrick Mahomes, unlike what we saw in the first half, simply cannot escape. And since then, this offense has become dependent on pass protection, and it has not been good.
This is Williams on a 2nd and 30 to the 7-yard line. To Michelle we go. Michelle.
Well, one of the other issues is that Andrew Wiley is out. He's got an ankle injury and is questionable, so Ryan Hunter is in there for him. When Patrick Mahomes limped to the sideline last time, he waved off any medical attention. He got none. He sat there, then he got up, shook it off a little bit. Cam Irving.
Because it's called a interaction, Rocky Roadster. He says, how does it us hitting the thumbs up get button get your channel seen by more people? It's an interaction, and more interaction on the channel gets people to see it more.
Backing up in the end zone. He's going to launch it deep downfield. Flag is thrown. Almost intercepted. Another flag. So you got flags on both ends of the play. That's Odom who comes away with it. You got a flag thrown back at the inception of the play.
And if it's a hold,
it's a hold in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, but that's going to be offset because definitely Odom got there too soon.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Holding, offense, number 60. Pass interference, defense. Those penalties offset. Replay, 3rd down.
Yeah, we're going to make Michelle an analyst now. She called that. No Andrew Wiley, Ryan Hunter in there, and he just simply could not hold up to this pass rush by Danico Autry. The takedown, but that was some throw under pressure, but Odom got...
Yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down means the same. Still an interaction and still helps the channel.
Third down and 28 now. 5:49 left in regulation. Pressure on. Mahomes steps away. Fires. Caught at the 28-yard line. And that is Pringle.
Oh, he almost got the first down.
Short of the first down. Odom is there. It's a
Oh, he's saying go for it.
Mahomes says, let's go up and go for it. It's 4th down and 1. 5.5 to play in regulation.
No question, you have to go for it here, but Patrick Mahomes, one leg or not, just keeps making miraculous plays.
Shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man. He is balling. One leg and all.
Chance of conversion right here.
Damian Williams is the back. You got the fullback Sherman in there.
Oh, turnover on downs.
Justin Houston.
Justin Houston. Wow, did that come back to haunt them? That is crazy. He said, y'all should not have cut me. Chris Cashball says that's why most of these channels throw out crap. Yeah, you know, the best way to not support a channel is by not watching the channel. Like none of the videos, because any click to view it helps the channel. You dislike the video, that's helping the channel. You like the video, that's helping the channel. Commenting in the comments helps it. Commenting in the live chats, that helps it. You know, so the best way to not support a channel is by not clicking on the channel. And sorry to the person that just left.
Trade him. He said, why don't you let me go? Free agent. He had a couple of choices. One, of course, was Indianapolis, where he winds up going. The other was Baltimore.
Yeah, he had a friendly little reminder to the Chiefs bench after making this play. Watch him coming right off the edge and making that tackle for loss. And now, I told
Yeah,
you
Indianapolis came to play.
So the Colts at the 33-yard line. Chew up some clock here. Mack again. Big night for him. Marlin to the 27. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
What a homecoming it has been for Justin Houston. You have to be happy for the guy. He was Mr. Kansas City, and here he is. His second huge play of the night. Had a sack earlier. He was trying to play it off like it didn't matter. You know it mattered.
KC has all 3 timeouts. 2nd down and 4. Colts already in field goal range. Mack again dancing. Gets to the 20.
For your information, Rocky Roadster, I do not beg.
This one is going to end, but I know this. This is one of the great defensive performances by the Colts I have ever seen. The number of
And if you want to be a negative Nancy, you can get out of my chat.
Matt Eberflus has been able to do, cobbling this team together against this great offense that leads the league in points scored, all that kind of stuff, and to have the raw emotion of people like Justin Houston keeping it together, and the dominance of this front line has really taken over the game and has made such a difference for the Colts.
And he's done it without both starting.
Because for me, I appreciate all 411 of my subscribers.
Darius Leonard, who was only the defensive rookie of the year last year, he's out too. What a performance. 3rd and 2 after Casey took that time.
I appreciate you for the new subscription, 412.
To the 20-yard line. Man, oh man.
I will say this: if you guys don't have, if you guys have your subscription on private, then I can't see who subscribed. But after the game, I'm gonna give you guys all the shout outs.
It's a nice play here by Marlon Mack. Costanzo did what he could to get this down block here, but watch, there is some penetration by Frank Clark, and then it was up to Mack to break that one tackle, which he has been very efficient doing here tonight. Not bad for a guy who came in with a sprained ankle.
Yeah. South Florida, all 3 years he played down there, 1,000+ yards.
They're going with the 3 tight end look now too. Try and add a little beef up front.
To the workhorse. He just finds the spot, doesn't he? Gets inside the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 4. So the remaining teams that are undefeated. Peril.
I didn't know this kind of football still existed in the NFL.
Indy has run the ball 41 times tonight.
White 19, set.
The 42nd is Mack still going. Look at that. Taking everybody with him. Forward progress stopped at the 11, close to a 1st down. Clock is rolling.
We came to Kansas City and a rugby match broke out.
Colts have run 71 plays tonight, and the Chiefs have run 51.
Well, obviously there will be no going for it on 4th down if they don't convert it here.
3rd and 1. Field goal, of course, makes it.
I have not yet talked about subscribing or hitting the thumbs up. I've been either talking football or talking about the game. So you can check yourself, Rocky.
Right there. So Clark keeps rolling. Clark makes the tackle. Looks like they're going to spot it a little short. They do. And now you're going to bring Vinatieri in for a chip shot field goal.
That was a mistake. That should have been a quarterback sneak once Brissett got to the line of scrimmage right there.
Clark makes a real nice play back here. He spins back in to make sure Mack doesn't pick up the 1st down. Now you've got a 30-yard attempt for Vinatieri to try to make it a 9-point game, which he does. So the leading scorer in the history of the league is perfect.
Shout out to Adam Vinatieri, man.
It's called a bounce back.
Been perfect all game long.
People were trying to talk about, was he going to retire? Was he going to quit after that slow start? I don't think so.
Well, it's 19-10. Next week.
What content are you offering? Well, those people that are at work and can't be by the game, they have an outlet to at least see the game. Well, not see the game, but at least listen into the game. He only reads comments and reacts. He doesn't ask for subscribers. I appreciate that, Bowden.
In America's heartland. Touchback to the 25-yard line.
You know, I think the lesson learned for me here tonight is that part of the Mahomes magic, a major part of it, is his ability to move.
Well, look at that, 25 or more points in the last 25 regular season games, by far the longest streak in NFL history, and they would need 15 points to get there at this particular point with 2:27, no timeouts, and only a 2-minute warning to stop it. Mahomes stepping up.
Oh, Mahomes going for the first.
And flag is down. Boy, it looked like he was having trouble thinking about sliding at that point. Maybe because of that ankle, he got a flag anyway.
Holding. Defense, number 34. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Brock Yassin.
You know, we talk about it all the time, but
Rookie mistake.
There's nothing here that says you can't kick a field goal first, right?
Right.
So
Either way.
yeah, depending on how the drive
2:19 left.
field goal range.
Down 9.
Think about that. And we have really not seen as much of Travis Kelce as I thought we would have tonight.
I agree. Only 3 catches, 46 yards. And Mahomes fires down the sideline. That's incomplete. Gee, another flag. Oh, man. We're going to get Craig roll sticks and lozenges at the end of this one.
Holding. Defense, number 35. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh, wow.
Well, one thing we also know is that this protection has been a bit of a train wreck tonight. So Patrick Mahomes trying.
Chris says this proves that Mahomes struggles as a pocket passer. Yeah, but I think a lot of that also has to deal with his ankles being all banged up. But I fully agree with that, Chris. First down. What is he saying? Video game play?
The snap away, the 2-minute warning right there. Mahomes wanted one more play before that free timeout. Couldn't get it. (19:10) Indy. Jimmy Fallon will be in action tonight. Let's check in with Jimmy.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Bowden, go ahead and say something in the chat, man. It's my appreciation for you.
Jimmy working on Sunday night.
I've always said Mahomes is a read system quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
But I tell you, it's not over. You know, it's just not. These guys can score points so fast. It's not been happening tonight.
You know where I would love to see Patrick Mahomes play just for at least one game to see what he would do? Is like a guy like Bill Belichick and the Patriots.
Those 3 catches by Kelce tonight were all in the first quarter.
Or even like 4 preseason games with the Patriots, like just to see what Bill Belichick could do with Patrick Mahomes.
But they've done a fairly good job on him, and Quincy Wilson maybe in particular.
Ball to 32. Mahomes backing up. Fires. Caught. That's going to take it to the
Travis Kelce.
Kelce makes his first catch since the first quarter. So the ball is spotted. They put it at the 8-yard line. It's first down and goal.
Okay, they trying to come back to win this.
Before they get the field goal. 140. Mahomes throws and too high and incomplete. Hardman receiver. Second down and goal.
Yeah, this pass rush has just been relentless. He does not have time to let anything really develop. So at this point, if you're Andy Reid, you just have to say, all right, what do we have in here that I can get this ball out in under 2.5 seconds? Because that's the only chance we have.
Hey, I misspell his last name as well.
Mahomes in the pocket, way high. Crowd again wants a flag. We've seen enough of those tonight. Kelsey, who would have had to be about 10 feet tall to make that catch.
Yeah, but I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is the same as
Probably
as Patrick Mahomes.
We'll see if their feet get tangled up or if he's dragged down. Depends on who you're cheering for.
Right. Kind of slip sliding right there. So third down and goal. Mahomes.
Whoa, he almost got it again.
Way back. He's going to get taken.
Wow, got sacked.
Kick that field goal. Torres, what a night he's had. And Mahomes wants him to get off the field. Meanwhile, Torres is now hurt. So that'll stop the clock. With 1:19.
Oh, wow. Got a Colts down.
10-yard sack. That's Torres been all over the place. The backup defensive end. Second-year guy out of Rutgers.
Yeah, I think he's been their most consistent pass rusher when he's had the opportunity this year. Trey over there going against Cameron Irving, who replaced the Pro Bowler Eric Fisher.
So what happens when they don't have a timeout and they don't have a ball for a 10-second runoff?
Yeah, Trey was also involved in both those plays where Mahomes got his ankle caught. Meanwhile, Butker comes out to warm up to kick a field goal.
Yeah, it is a different sort of offensive line. This is a group that 4 of the 5 at some point.
Yeah, but the Pats didn't have 4 wide receivers that can run 4-3 next to Gronk. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I didn't realize that because everybody on Kansas City can run.
Better because they finally got healthy on their defensive line. I'm not sure we expected them to dominate like this.
And real talk, as big as Travis Kelce is, he's also he also got some sort of speed.
There is Robert Mathis, who tutors Torrey, of course, the great defensive end for the Colts for 14 seasons.
Yeah,
him and Dwight Freeney, what a pair they were.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis.
Drills that he was famous for.
And the card coming out, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Chris says KC is an easy offense. They run long zone breaking passes, deep plays deep, and mix in old school San Fran West Coast checkdowns. Yeah. I think that's why in the playoffs they get caught up.
Night goes off in the cart back to get examined in the Colts locker room. Justin Houston, of course, has had a tremendous night. Now the field goal group comes out. This will be a 36-yard attempt. If he's good, it's a 6-point game, and the next thing you'll see will be an onside kick attempt. Butker's This kick is good.
All right, 13-19. Down by a score.
6 seconds left in regulation. A reminder.
Man, a minute 16 left in regulation. This is crazy.
Stay tuned for the Volkswagen Post.
You know it's got to be an onside kick.
Always interviewing the stars of the game. Liam McHugh is up here wrapping up.
Mahomes basically runs less than 20 plays and relies on their speed to do the deal. Yeah.
Chargers in LA.
Al, it is a lot harder to recover an onside kick than it used to be. Some of the rule changes, of course, you got to be within 1 yard of where the kick is. But the other thing is you can't overload a side anymore. You've got to have 5 on each side of the kicker here so you don't get those big collisions going the way that you did. And the people chasing the kick, they don't get the running start they once did.
So the Colts all line up at the 45. Ball's got to go 10 yards.
So basically, either way you want to kick it, there are 5 wasted guys.
Butker in a little short run up. Puts some English on it. Takes a high hop, and it's collected at the 47-yard line by Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle.
We have to go out to midfield.
Jacoby Brissett telling us last night, got to Indianapolis.
Chris says they mix a lot of shifting emotions in, but it's basically the same 20 plays. Yeah.
My guy might be Frank Reich. He believed this team was going to come in here and win this game, didn't he? When we were talking, you could just tell.
Confident.
He believed it.
Last year they came into the divisional playoff and they were blown out 31-13. They were 0 for 9 on 3rd down in that game last year. Tonight they've run the ball brilliantly. A couple of kneel downs will end this game, and the Colts will go home with a record of 3-2 and a.
So the Kansas City Chiefs get their first loss of the 2019 season. This is crazy.
Balls we have down there, but you can pick and choose amongst those offensive linemen, and I'm fine with anybody you want.
Then there was the Patriots and the 49ers as the only unbeaten teams.
Costanzo, they were pretty spectacular together on that left side.
Kansas City stays at home next week. Texans come.
And this will do it.
With the red-hot Deshaun Watson, and the Colts, big underdogs.
Hey, shout out to the Colts. They came into Arrowhead Stadium, the hardest building in the NFL, and beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
They win it by a score of 19-13.
And one of their old mates, Justin Houston, had a lot to do with it.
A lot. There he is. Big smiles from him. What a night for Justin Houston. And that Indy defense was magnificent.
Man, that is crazy. But I do want to do something for all the subscribers that came in and subscribed. You know, those that have the subscriptions that are privated, this one's for you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Oh, hey, Bowden, did you see the new thing? I appreciate you having my back, brother. That's why you got that wrench. What's going on, the Gridiron Blitz? But I truly appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. And I'm debating on doing the Pistons and the Magics or the 49ers and the Browns. You know, so I'm going to take a deep, long thought about it. And, you know, stay tuned for what I do for tomorrow. If I do basketball, then subscribe to the Gridiron Blitz. He's doing, what do you call it? He might be doing the 49ers and Browns. So then we'll have basketball and football both covered tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch, whatever. Oh, are you? Gridiron Blitz, are you doing Monday Night Football? Because I thought that's what you were saying. What do you call it? Because you missed, what do you call it? Missed earlier. Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, so if you want to watch football, subscribe to the Gridiron Blitz and join his chat. And I'll be probably more than likely now going to do basketball and watch the Pistons take on the what do you call it? The Orlando Magics. But I truly appreciate you guys. It was a long day today. We did all 3 games. It was fun. We're going to do this again next week. So stay tuned and enjoy your guys' night. And see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Troxel Sports Talk, and I'm out. Peace.